What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's been a minute since I made a video, but I wanted to talk about Colorado and its transfer portal. Colorado center who received true freshman All-American honors last season, Cash Cleveland out of IMG Academy, um, who came to Colorado as a walk-on with Jordan Seaton. He entered the transfer portal. Now, I'm wondering if he's going to UVA, though. I'm wondering because I know Coach Prime said you already got one. You already got one. You know what I'm saying? When Carter Stoutmeyer revealed that UVA offered him a bag, because Coach Prime said they offered Carter Stoutmeyer a bag. That's the nature of college football, folks. It really is. It's the nature of the beast. And so right now, I don't know if Cash Cleveland is going to UVA because I know Coach Prime said you already got one. And I don't know any Colorado players that play at UVA because I'm right here. UVA is down the street. And I don't know any Colorado players that's playing at UVA. So it got to be Cash. He might be going to UVA. Now, let me just say this. That's the nature of college football now. All the colleges are doing it. And Jordan Seaton reacted. He said, it's hard to build a brotherhood, you know, with the landscape right now, what's going on with college football. You can't build a brotherhood. Now, it's about this. It's about that moolah. And let me just say this for Jordan Seaton. You can't be mad that you got a Maybach, okay? You're the only one on the team that has one. So if somebody going out there to get a bag, you can't be mad because you got yours. You see what I'm saying? You got your bag. All the other players, they might be looking at you like I want the same thing. And if somebody, UVA got a bag, I'm just letting y'all know that. I'm right here. UVA has a bag. And I don't know if he's going there, but I just want to say that it's okay. There's going to be some players in the transfer portal, but every college is facing this dilemma. You need this to keep your roster. You need that. You can't have one person. You can't have one person shine and everybody else ain't doing it. You gotta have, if people want a bag. That's just what it is. You can't have one person with a Maybach and everybody else ain't got one. If you go look at the University of Miami, a friend of mine was just there with her son because he might be going to University of Miami. You should see the football players parking lot. She thought she was at. She said, "Am I at the University of Miami or am I with the Miami Dolphins?" She said this to me recently because her son, he's going into his senior year in high school, and Miami is heavy on his list. I mean, they coming after him. And when they went there for a visit, they went through the parking lot, and she was like, her and her husband was like, and her son comment, he said, "This is like the Miami Dolphins parking lot." She said all type of foreigners was in the parking lot. And then she asked the guy, the representative, because they met the coach, but they asked the representative, like, is something going on here? What's up with this parking lot? Is it a car show? He said, no, the football players. This is where they park at. And she was like, excuse me? He was like, the football players. That's where they park at. You have to spread that bag evenly. You have to, or you're going to keep having this. And the thing is, Colorado, they going to need an offensive line. If they're going to compete this year, they got to have that offensive line ready to go. They have to. And the only way you're going to build the offensive line, they got to stay there. And how are you going to keep them there? I go back to what the Oregon coach said. He said it takes about $12 million to satisfy his roster each year. And it's not just the players, the coaches, everything total is like $12 million in the package. Now, don't get me wrong, he got that Phil Knight money. But hey man, if you want to get your Nikes, man, I know a spot in China where you can get them. You heard me? I know a spot in China where you can go get your Nikes, and I'm not lying. I know a province over there. You feel me? And it's all the same thing. And it's all been revealed now. China just revealed everything to us. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Mother B? But listen, I understand what Jordan Seaton is saying, but Jordan Seaton, you riding around in a Maybach, and the other players don't have one. So if another player have the opportunity to go get a bag, that's just what it is. Obviously, he's going somewhere. I believe it might. If I'm a betting man, he's going to UVA. Cash Fleet. They got a bag out in UVA. I know they do. They got old money out there, and they willing to spend it because I heard UVA is trying to revamp, and they're doing that with the basketball team because UVA just got the VCU coach, and they're trying to vamp up, and they just gave a freshman some money. So that's the nature of college football now. You're not going to keep the same players. You're just not. If you got to distribute, that bag has to be distributed evenly. Not evenly, because, some players are going to get more, but people got to be satisfied. And so I'm guarantee you, if he hit that transfer portal, somebody gave him a bag. And if I'm a betting man, it's UVA. If I'm a betting man, because Coach Prime went in the camera and say, look, you already got one. I already let y'all get one now. Now y'all going after Carter Stoutmire, because Carter Stoutmire, he revealed, guys, that UVA offered him a bag. Let me tell y'all something real quick. When they offered a bag, they offered a major bag. UVA got money out here, and UVA has produced some NFL players. One of them, the New York Jets. You know what I'm saying? DeBrickashaw Ferguson. He went to UVA. UVA is a fine campus. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. It's a nice, really nice. I go there all the time. I don't live too far from there. So I don't know if Cash is going there, but if I'm a betting man, he probably is. We'll see. But the thing is, this is college football, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a few players with foreign cars and everybody ain't got them. See, now Colorado, they probably don't have the money UVA has, or University of Miami, or they're getting there. You know what I'm saying? They're getting there. Coach Prime is in his third year, so it take a little bit of time. But you can't say nothing about somebody going to get a bag. You can't. Not when you're driving the Maybach. You can't. Everybody is out here. I think the kids should get as much money as they should get now, because everybody not going to the NFL. So they want to get a bag now and then flip that bag and start a business, or whatever the case is. I can't see. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't see no comments. Yeah, a lot of people went to UVA. A lot of NFL players did. They produced a lot of NFL players and basketball players. What's up, y'all? But the thing is, though, the transfer portal, it's going to be some more players hit that transfer portal, and they're not an established team yet. Colorado's not established yet. I keep telling people they're back rebuilding again. They rebuilt the first and second year. By the second year, they got their team down. Just, they still was shaky on the offensive line, but he rebuilt the team. Now he has to rebuild it again, because he lost Travis Hunter, he lost Shedeur Sanders, he lost Shiloh Sanders, he lost Silman Craig. He lost a lot of people. So now he's actually in the rebuilding phase again. And it's going to take Coach Prime another couple years, maybe another 3 years, to solidify this team. And somebody had it right. I think it was Life in Football. I was listening to Life in Football earlier. He said once you start getting defensive linemen and offensive linemen going to the draft in the first round, now you got your team now. Now your team is solidified. He don't have that. He don't have not one offensive lineman or defensive lineman going in the first round. And it takes time to build that. So Coach Prime is in his third year. It's going to take about, okay, he signed an extension. He's going into his third year, right? I would say by his sixth year. By his sixth year, that team should be solidified by his sixth year. Because you just, like, right now on the offensive line, I mean, he got Jordan Seaton, but what if Jordan Seaton get hurt? It has to be the next man up. What if Jordan Seaton get hurt, man? God forbid. It has to be the next man up. He don't have that yet. He don't have, like life in football said, once he start getting people in the defensive line, in the offensive line going in the first round, then his team is solidified. But it takes a while. It takes a while to build that. He's only in his third year. 3. He's going into his third year. The first year they won 5 games. The second year they won 8 games. Got into the a bowl game. The third year he's rebuilding again. He's rebuilding again. He's rebuilding. And I'm quite frankly, Colorado got to pay these players, man. They got to have money, man. Quite frankly, if they want to go, if they want to go get the number 1 first round draft pick dogs, they got to have a bag to get like a Caleb Downs. They got to have a bag, yo. Okay, to get somebody like that, you gotta come with it. You know what I'm saying? Right now they'll just be what you call front runners. If they don't get that, they will be what you call front runners. And in order to pass that front runner status, you got to go out there and pay. Unfortunately, that's how it is in college football now. It's not Coach Prime's fault. Not Coach Prime's fault. He actually would have been. He wouldn't have had no problems if he went to Miami. But he signed the extension in Colorado. If he had went to Miami and went back to Florida, he wouldn't have had this problem with players. Like, he wouldn't have his dogs leaving because they have a bag. Because that University of Miami, they said parking lot looks crazy. It ain't just a few players with like foreign cars. All of them got them. I don't know what they paying on the back end. They paying something. Players are buying homes, trying to flip them, trying to rent them out, Airbnb and homes. Players starting businesses. They doing all that in Miami. See, the misconception is the players are blowing their money. No, they're not. Not all of them. But they want the bag now because everybody not going to the NFL. Everybody not. So they want to get what they can get now so they can build a business and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? They know everybody ain't going to make it to the NFL. I just picked up an NFL player yesterday. He flew in. And we were talking about it. And he's on the practice squad. And he said, just to get on the practice squad, you got to be lucky. He said, sometimes it comes down to luck. Because you could be doing everything in practice right, but you still get cut. Because they just don't have enough. They just had to do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo and shit and cut you. But then usually another team will pick you up if they see that you were doing good. But he said it's hard, though. But he said he agreed, let them players get their bags so they could build businesses and do what they got to do now so they won't have to play football. So they need to go ahead and get the bag now. That's what a lot of them mentality is. So when I see people hitting the transfer portal, we already know we're used to that now. There's going to be more Colorado players hit the transfer portal. We just don't know who it is right now. But that's just the scope of college football. You're going to have a team that offer you a bag, and you'll be a fool not to take it. It depending on the situation. Now, a lot of people say in the comments, "Oh, he about to go sit on the bench." Why are you gonna wish that on the kid? He was cool when he was at Colorado. Now people saying, "Oh, he gonna be on the bench. He gonna see what it's like to be on the bench." Cash ain't sitting the bench. I'm just letting y'all know that. Cash ain't sitting the bench, yo. Now he's a center. He's a bona fide center. You don't start as a true freshman All-American and for no reason. Okay, he made true freshman All-American honors. So shout out to Cash Cleveland. I wish him the best. Anybody that transfer and all that, I wish him the best. You know what I'm saying? If he do go to UVA, I'm gonna try to go to some games and see what he's doing out there, because I'm right there. I'm right there. Charlottesville is right there. I get on the highway, it's a straight shot, and I'm in Charlottesville. It's a beautiful campus, beautiful. And I think they're trying to revamp their football program. I think that's what they're doing. So coach is hilarious. He said, "Look, man," he said, "I already you already got one of my players. Now you trying to go for another one? UVA not playing, yo. They do have bags over there. They do have bags. But Colorado is not in a position yet. Colorado's not in a position yet to be competing with these teams that got all these bags. They're not. The season starts in the off season during recruiting. That's when the season really starts. And I don't know what Colorado finances are as far as the back end money. I don't know what kind of bag they're giving their players. But I don't know what kind of bag they're giving their players. But you know, if I'm in a position, let me just say this. I know people talk about loyalty and all that. Okay, cool. Loyalty is cool. But you got to look at it from a business aspect. Okay, I might not get to the NFL, but if a team offered me $100,000 after taxes, you know what you could do with that money? You could invest that money and grow that money and start a business. So you won't have to go to the NFL. So you won't have to go because you're probably not going to go. Who's going to be the quarterback at Colorado? Both of them are good right now. They got Kaden Salter there, the transfer from Liberty out here, and that's out here. And you have Juju, the freshman. If I'm a betting man, they're going to go with the experience. They're going to go with Kaden Salter because he has experience. And look, he was running them so bad. Look, Kaden Salter was burning them in practice so bad, coach made them run. He was burning the defense so bad, and they were killing the defense. They had to make all of them run, yo. He ended the practice early. I saw what he was doing. I saw what Kaden Salter was doing. He was acting like Barry Sanders out there. That's just what he's going to bring to the table this year. He's bringing a bona fide running game. That quarterback can run. That quarterback got damn near Michael Vick speed. Or what? I wouldn't go that crazy. Not Michael Vick speed, but Michael was a true 4.3. He ran a 4.3 at the combine. He's legitimate, but no, he has all the cutting ability. He's elusive. He can run. So more than likely, he might be the starting quarterback opening season. I don't know yet, but I'm enjoying the practice that they show, the little bit that they do show. And Juju, the freshman, he's looking good too, from the little bit I see. Yeah, he's mobile. And but yeah, Cash Cleveland. I wish him the best there, but I'm gonna be following him to see where he headed to. I'm gonna see. Because Coach Prime was like, bro, y'all already got one of my players. Now y'all going for another one? So pretty much that's tampering. Y'all know that, right? If somebody reached out to Carter Stoutmire, he's a current player. He's not entering the transfer portal, Carter Stoutmire. But if somebody from UVA reached out to him and he's not in the transfer portal, that's tampering. It's tampering. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to reach out to a player, but we know that it happens. They'll have a representative from the team reach out to you, not the coach. It'll be somebody affiliated with the team, and they'll put that they'll put that in your ear real quick. Hey, listen, we got some things over here for you that's beneficial. You know, hit that transfer portal, come with us. You know what I'm saying? It's real. That's what they be doing. That's the nature of the game. They even sent him a contract. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm close to UVA. UVA got money. They're not playing. They got old money. And they ready to. They say that's all it takes to build this football team. We just gotta pay them. Oh no, we're gonna pay our players. Listen, they got old money over there. They like, listen, you know what? We gonna build a football team and we gonna compete. They breaking bread over there now. That's what I heard. I heard that the coach was like, he went to the people, to the power ups. He said we could build a team. We gotta buy it. And they said, that's it. How much money you need? They got millions over there. Just let y'all know, they do. I would love for Coach Prime to go there. I would love for him to went to University of Virginia. Listen, I know they offered him, what I'm saying, what they offered UVA would have gave him more. I'm just telling you all that, man. UVA is a hidden gem over here. They produce NFL players, but they just they're not competing right now like that. They have to spend that bag. So now they're strategically going around trying to get players now. Because they're trying to compete. They're trying to get back to prominence. Because they were good back in the day. They were good. You said they gave 1A $500K. I'm not sure who you're talking about. You said they gave IA. I'm not sure who you're talking about. But yo, you'll be a fool to turn down 500,000. I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. I'm like, Coach, I love you. Coach, I love you. I got to go get this money, man. Because 500,000, you can start a business. You can start a damn business. You ain't got to play football. The fuck? You ain't got to play football. You can start a business. Oh, you could invest your money and do different things with it. People are like, well, what kind of business you could start? Trust me, I could flip 500,000. I'm just telling you, I don't be buying moissanite and all that or whatever. I'm telling you, it's moissanite. Them diamonds that the players wear is moissanite. Let China tell you. Eventually it's gonna come out with these trade wars and stuff. Eventually it's gonna come out that it's moissanite. I know for a fact it's moissanite because I used to work behind a microscope. I know what moissanite looks like, but it registers as real diamonds. Ain't no player around that I know walking out there with real diamonds. Not that I know of. Maybe a few. Maybe no, not none. Because when you ice your chain out like that, that's like millions of dollars. Ain't nobody wearing millions of dollars on their neck. Nobody. You said Isaiah. They offered him how much? Lord have mercy. That's life-changing money, Isaiah. See, it's not that Isaiah didn't want to stay at Colorado. Colorado not gonna give him 500,000. I don't think so. They're not gonna give him 500,000. So why are we talking about Isaiah Augusto? Because we got one person with a Maybach. Why can't he have one? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If I get 500,000, I'm not buying a Maybach. I'm buying a regular ass car like I got right now. That's what I be driving around in. Ain't nobody gonna know how much I got. But people start pocket watching when they see what you driving, and other players like, damn, I want that. Why can't I have that? I'm working as hard as he working. Why can't I get that? Oh, okay, Isaiah. No wonder he hit the portal. Who offered it to him? Was it UVA? I believe they might be going after Cash too. We're gonna see where Cash is going. They might be going. I'm telling you, UVA got a bag over there. I'm telling y'all they do. Cause I heard about it because I had dropped somebody up there recently, and she was saying it. She was like, the front office, like, yeah, we got to pay now. She said, we building a team by any means necessary. No, you don't know the history of UVA. UVA didn't always suck, bro. DeBrickashaw Ferguson came from there. He played over 10 years with the New York Jets. No. They produce players over there. That's a 100% fact. But they haven't been doing nothing in the last few years. But now they have to pay now. Listen, you could buy a team. You could buy a team if you got the right amount of money. You could buy a team. Okay, but they came together. The money they came together and said, yeah, we gotta buy a team. Yo, we want prominence over here. We're gonna see. Well, that's the nature of college football. Contextual. Like some people gonna hit the transfer portal, some are not. Um, but I just can't knock somebody like, cause that's the trend. Everybody be knocking people when they hit the transfer portal. Why? When they offer him 500,000, are you crazy? You're not gonna take 500,000? Shit. How much is 500,000 after taxes? Because you got to pay state and federal. We can't forget that. That's still a good payday, bro. Just to play football in college, you might not ever make the NFL. Oh yes, get the money now. That's just how it is. See, Colorado is building. They're getting to that level, to where they're gonna have the huge bag, if they even pay it. I don't know. I don't. Colorado, that those people up there, they don't strike me as somebody that's gonna pay a huge bag to somebody. They'll pay it to a few people. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Just the university itself. It's not Coach Prime. It's just the university. Just the people up there. I don't know. I don't know if they into that. But the quarterback, where did the quarterback from Tennessee go? I heard he was still looking for a home. Where did he find another spot to go to? I think he was looking for a couple of million. You said 1.5 after taxes. Just you just said just 900K. What, you a millionaire? He said just 900K. Come on, man. This ain't the channel, man. If you just saying it's just 900,000, you crazy. Me and you, we don't live the same existence. Just 900,000, just to play college football. Come on, man. Oh, he went to UCLA. Well, the UCLA gave probably a few million. A few million. He don't got paid a few million. That's what quarterbacks are going for, a few million. But what I'm telling you guys is you're going to have more players leaving. The reason being is because that's the nature of college football. It's like free agency. They go to the highest bidder. And if you have an opportunity to get $500,000, I'm taking that 500,000 because Colorado right now, they're a running back by committee. They don't have the bona fide running back. Their running back is the quarterback, Kaden Salter. That's their running back. Because make no mistakes about it, he ran that ball so great in practice. Coach Prime stopped the damn practice early. I saw him cutting and burning people. I saw it. I saw it from the little video I saw. I saw a little bit of it. They were burning the defense. So Kaden Salter is like a quarterback slash running back. He's going to run that ball this year. Trust me. I've seen people out here were telling me, because I didn't even watch him. He out here in Virginia at Liberty, and I didn't even know about him. Somebody was telling me early, bro, this dude he's like Barry Sanders as a quarterback. I said, really? And so I started looking at some of his film. Yeah, he gonna be burning people this year. And Colorado has a running game now. They definitely have a running game, that's for sure. Which is gonna open up their passing game. Guess what? If Kaden Salter, if he runs close to 1,000 yards this year and pass for 3,000, he's the Heisman Trophy winner. Remember, I said it. Coach Prime might have back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners. If that's the case, he got to leave. I wouldn't want him to stay in Colorado. The Colorado is lucky he signed that extension. They're lucky. Do you know that's not by chance to produce back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners? This dude has Heisman Trophy ability. I went back and looked at his skills. It's just that he stayed at Liberty too long. But even though it was meant for him to come to Colorado, because Coach Pryor gonna let him do his thing. I'm telling you right now, if he run close to 1,000 yards and pass for 3,000, he has the Heisman Trophy. That's the Heisman Trophy. I'm telling you, he's like a Heisman Trophy hopeful. He should be right now preseason Heisman Trophy watch list. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. And he got a fucking arm on top of it. On top of it. On top of it. And on top of this, they have another quarterback in the waiting. That's Juju. They have another one in the waiting. So, yes, Isaiah Augustive left. Augustive left. That's fine because they have a running game already. They do. But Isaiah, like, I got to go. Isaiah probably didn't realize UVA say, listen, Isaiah, man, we like what we saw over there. We got $500K for you. Coach, I love you, coach. I love you, baby, but I got to go to UVA, yo. I got to go to UVA, man. Colorado is in good hands with the running game because Kaden Salter burned them so bad in practice that coach had to end the practice. They couldn't tackle him. Coach, let me say something real quick, coach. It's not the defense fault. He's just that fucking good. It's not the defense fault. He's just that good, and y'all can't tackle him. So they can't tackle him, so it's hard to do anything with him. He's just that good. He's just that good. They had to end the practice early because defense was getting burned. Yeah, they are huge. Colorado is going to go in the transfer portal. Coach Prime getting ready to go crazy. I'm going to tell y'all why. For him to look in the camera, he said, where the camera at? He knew where the camera at, but it was just for show. He said, where the camera at, y'all? Where the camera at? They said, Coach, it's right there. Where the camera at? See, when he was saying that, it was just for show. And then to see how the way he turned around, Coach Prime from the hood. You see how he turned around? He looked, he said, yo, UVA, I let you get one already. You trying to go for another? You see how he slanted his head in the camera? Listen, only people know what that is. He said, he looked in the camera. He said, where the camera at, yo? He said, where the camera? He knew Bucky was in back. Where the camera at? He said, I already let y'all get one. I let y'all do that because I know that y'all offered him a bag, and I know that's life-changing money for that man. I love that young man. I told him to go get it. That's pretty much what he was saying. I let y'all do that. I let y'all get one. Now y'all going after another. Y'all going after Carter. That's how he was looking in the camera. I already let y'all get one. Y'all tampering. It's tampering because the reason why it was tampering because Isaiah wasn't in the transfer portal. If you reach out to a player that's not in the transfer portal, that's against the rules. That's tampering. Now, if Coach Prime did the same thing, they'll be hitting him with all type of penalties. I'm just telling you, that's just what it is. That's why he said it like that. And he had to say something. You know why? You know why he had to say something? Because UVA going. Damn. Oh shoot! Hold on. You know? Oh damn! I'm messing up over here. You know why? You know why he had to say something? Because UVA finna go for they would have probably went after Kaden Salter. I'm just telling UVA they got a bag over there, dog. But here's the problem, UVA. How did you let Kaden Salter get out of Virginia? Y'all crazy. That's a Heisman Trophy. That's a Heisman Trophy hopeful. That's a Heisman Trophy hopeful. Y'all let him get out of the state of Virginia. Y'all saw what he was doing at Liberty. Y'all saw that. But now that coach got him. Now I bet you they was in his DM. I bet you. Kaden, listen. We got $1 million over here for you. You know what I'm saying? Or something. But they're not gonna do that. You know why? Because then Colorado can complain about that. So what's gonna happen is UVA gonna get hit with penalties because it's already out there. He already said it, and you know the NCAA saw that, so they're gonna get hit with penalties. You cannot contact a player that's not in the transfer portal, but they did. It happens everywhere, not just with not just with what they did to Colorado. It happens all over the place. But listen to me when I tell you all this. They have another Heisman Trophy future winner. If he can run for close to 1,000 yards and throw for 3,000, he has a Heisman Trophy for sure. He definitely will be a finalist. And now he's working with Select QB. He working. Wait a minute. Did Bucky say he working with Darryl? Oh man, Kaden Salter don't need the bag. You know why? Because he can ready to go to NFL. He don't need the fucking bag. So if UVA reach out to him, he don't need it because he about to go get it next year when the draft come. When he get to listen, he run for 1,000 yards and throw for 3,000. He has the Heisman Trophy. Y'all understand that? He has the Heisman Trophy. He listen. He's Max V's pick preseason All-American watch list. Kaden Salter. He's on my All-American. No, not All-American. He's on my Heisman Trophy preseason watch list. That's Kaden Salter. There's no way it's no way he was doing that in practice. He was making him look crazy in practice with the juke moves. It's not the defense fault. He's just that good. Let me tell you something. If Michael Vick was the quarterback at Colorado, Coach Prime would be ending them practices every day. He would be ending the practice early. Because Michael Vick, I remember when Michael Vick was at Virginia Tech. Because I went to a practice when he was at Virginia Tech, Michael Vick. And when he was at Virginia Tech, they called it the Vic flick. We was like, damn, he ain't even throwing the ball hard and it's going 70 yards. He just flick it up and it goes 70 yards. And then he used to do this thing where he throw the ball out of the stadium. He used to just throw the damn ball out of the stadium, yo. And somebody on the ground will catch it. And then he'll sign it if they catch it. He used to do that. He used to burn the defense so bad that who was the coach at the time? Virginia Tech. It was the guy with the chin. He had the extra skin on his chin. What's his name? He had the extra skin on his chin. I forget his name, man. But he was the coach. He used to burn the defense every fucking day. He said, what are y'all doing? They said, Coach, he's just that fucking good. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you Tressel? Nah. His name not Tressel. I forget his name. He was the coach there with Michael Beamer. His name is Beamer. His last name is Beamer. It's something Beamer, Steve Beamer or something Beamer. Frank Beamer. Excuse me. It was Frank Beamer. When Frank Beamer was there, was when Frank Beamer was the coach. Bro, I was at a practice one time because my boy was in grad school at the time. I was up there chilling. And he was yelling at the defense so bad that finally somebody from the defense said, yo, Coach, what are you doing? We can't catch this kid. He's just that fucking good. He said, he's not that fucking. He said, yes, he is. He said, you can't keep talking to us like this. This is Michael Vick. It's Michael Vick. So, and what did Michael Vick do in the Sugar Bowl that year? As a fucking freshman, he nearly beat Florida State in the Rose Bowl. I'll never forget it. He almost single-handedly beat Florida State in the Rose Bowl. He almost did it. They could not fucking catch him. So then Frank Beamer realized, like, damn, when in a couple games in the season, he realized that it's not his defense fault. The quarterback is like Barry fucking Sanders, yo. So that's what they got in Kaden Salter. Yeah, it's Frank Beamer. And that's what I see in Kaden Salter when he did that little move in practice. And you know the crazy thing is, he's laughing in practice. He's laughing at him. He's laughing. And when he did that move, he was smiling. Oh my God, they got a dog on the loose. They got a dog on the loose in Colorado. How the fuck did they find him? Whoever recruited him, they need a pay raise. Whoever recruited Kaden Salter, they need a pay raise, yo. Where the fuck did they find him at? Yo, Coach Prime and his staff, They are team builders. Give Coach Prime 3 more years. This is his third season. Remember, he lost Shador and company. He lost Travis Hunter, so he's rebuilding again. Give him 3 years because Juju is ready to go now. But Kaden Salter is a Heisman hopeful. All right, now, Kaden is a high. How you doing?
Just wanted to flag. Check your spam folder for your emails.
Okay, I'll check it.
SouthernGigDrivers@gmail.com.
Okay, I'll check it. I'm going to be doing a protest soon, so I'll let y'all know on my other channel. So yeah, Kaden Salter is a Heisman hopeful. Why do I say that? Because he has the potential to go look at his stats at Liberty. If he do the same thing he did at Liberty, he has the Heisman Trophy. The only reason why he didn't have the Heisman Trophy because he was at Liberty. That's the only reason. So you pretty much got Barry Sanders as a quarterback. That's pretty much what you got. I had to go back and look at his film. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I wasn't really looking at his film. I recently went back and looked at his film recently. I said, oh shit. Yo, Coach Prime is a dangerous dude, yo. He dangerous. How the fuck he find him? And UVA didn't get him. And UVA got a bag. They couldn't get him. But I'm going to tell you the reason why Kaden Salter made the best decision to come to Colorado. Because all the cameras is in Colorado. All the cameras are there. So he going to have all the promotion for the Heisman Trophy. Okay? That's going to be big. If Coach Prime produced back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners, they better come up with another contract extension. Because I'm like Stephen A. That wasn't good enough what they did. That wasn't good enough for me. Y'all need to make him the highest paid coach ever. God damn it. The highest paid coach ever. But anyway, that's just me talking shit. Y'all need to make him the highest paid. Just off the strength that he's the greatest two-sport ever. Just off the strength of his resume, yo. But anyway, that's another story. Shout out to Coach Prime. What he got ain't nothing to sneeze at. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that millions is millions. But anyway, they have a Heisman Trophy hopeful now. He was making him look silly so bad in practice, his coach had to stop the fucking practice. And I knew it was the defense fault because he huddled up with the defense. Coach, you might have a situation Frank Beamer had on his hand. Coach Prime, Frank Beamer had the same situation with Michael Vick. Go ask Michael Vick. Go ask him. What happened at go ask Michael Vick what happened at the Virginia Tech practice, because I was there. He was burning. Frank Beamer couldn't understand why this freshman is burning his defense, because that's Michael Vick. That's Michael Vick. That's why. And he realized it. Frank Beamer realized what he had by the end of the spring camp. He realized what he had. He said, oh my God. Oh my God, we just struck gold. And that's how he knew it. He smiled. He said, we struck gold. We struck gold. He said, it was one thing when we saw Michael Vick in high school. When he got to by the end of that spring thing, he was the bona fide starter. He was a true freshman starter. Did y'all know he started as a true freshman and damn near beat Florida State with Bobby Bowden? Bobby Bowden was the coach, man. Do y'all hear me? Bobby Bowden was the coach. Bobby Bowden sat there and watched Michael Vick do that right in front of Bobby Bowden. Go ask Coach Prime about the great Bobby Bowden. Okay? Because I used to be a Florida State fan back in the day, so I seen single-handedly what Michael Vick did. Bobby Bowden said, this kid is great. That's what he said. He said that Maca Vick. Because, Bobby Bowden used to talk real country. And he used to call the great Deion Sanders. He said the great Deion Sanders. That's what he used to call him. But they said, Coach Bowden, what's going on with this freshman, Michael Vick? He said he's great. That Michael Vick is great. He did it right in front of Bobby Bowden. I never forget it. You said Ron Simmons. Yeah, Ron Simmons. You talking about the wrestler. Yeah, he played for Bobby Bowden. Excuse me. Yeah, Coach Bowden. The late Coach Bowden. Of course he did. Yeah, Ron Simmons played for him, yeah. So did Mike. So did Warwick Dunn. Okay, what y'all know about Warwick Dunn? So did Warwick Dunn. So did Peter Warwick. Okay, but Coach Prime, you have the same dilemma that Frank Beamer has. It's not your defense. Your defense can't hold that kid. Y'all can't. He can't hold. Y'all can't hold him. It's not the defense fault, man. But they're gonna get good practice in trying to contain him. This is what Colorado has now. They have they have a running game on steroids. They do. Because guess what? That other kid came back. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's loyal. And they better find him a bag. He came back. The all-purpose back they got. He came back. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And then they got the wide receiver came back, the true freshman. That was catching for Shador on Pro Day. Do you know how prestigious that is? You just finished your freshman year and you catching for Shador on Pro Day. Omarion Miller, that's what I'm talking about. He was catching for Shador Sanders on Pro Day, the great Shador Sanders on Pro Day. And just to let y'all know, they doing all this talk about Shador in the NFL because some team want him real bad. I think it's the Raiders. I think it's Tom Brady. Somebody want him real bad. I don't know who it is because they keep coming up with this negative ass news. They're doing it so he can slip. So I think so the Raiders could get him. It's either the Raiders or the Giants. I know the Giants want him real bad. I know for a fact. They want him real bad. But they don't believe he's going to be available. And I think the Raiders want him real. I think the Raiders is foaming at the mouth. They want him really bad. So this some negative news. I think the negative news is out there on purpose so he can slip so they can get him. Or they'll trade up for him, one or the other. But whoever drafts him, they're not trading him. Yeah, Draylon Miller, excuse me, Draylon Miller. Do you know how prestigious that is? He just finished his freshman year, and he's catching for Shador Sanders on Pro Day. Did you know that the scouts were looking at him? Did y'all know that? They looking at him already. I don't think he realized his life just changed. His life just changed that day. It changed. It's an honor for Shador to ask him to catch for him. That was an honor. Because he now got he already had. I think the scouts already know about him already. You don't play all the minutes as a freshman and not be good. And you see he's already damn near built like an NFL player. But remember what I said about Shador. They putting out this fake news on purpose so that he could slip. I believe the Raiders want him bad. It's either Raiders or the New York Giants. You know why I think it's the New York Giants, because Phil Simms' the great New York Giant Hall of Famer quarterback Phil Simms, his son said, well, Shador, he don't really have any outstanding abilities. Are you fucking kidding me? And this is coming from Chris Simms. Chris, you played in the NFL. You know what you're looking at, Chris. Why'd you say that? See, they doing it on purpose. I think the Giants want him. They just not saying it. Somebody putting that negative press out. And then what they say, he had a secret workout with the Raiders. What did Shador post on? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. He had a secret workout. They came back to Boulder. Which team came back to Boulder to see him work out again? I'm watching him. It's 80 degrees out here, and you got a fucking winter coat on at 80 degrees. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? That something ain't right about that. No, he work at the airport. Why he got a winter coat on though? It was 90 degrees one day, right? He was going to work. He had on a trench coat. That's why at first I'm like, who the fuck is this? He had a trench coat on, 90 degrees. He worked at the airport. And he worked on the ramp. So let that sink in. He works on the ramp. Okay? His mind need to be studied. If you sitting out here and it's 90 degrees and you got a trench coat on, your mind need to be studied. Your mind need to be studied. But he works at the airport. So they entrusted him with whatever he do with that airplane. Just let y'all know. Oh, I have it. It's right. I got a car holster. I can't let y'all see it on camera. I have a. Yep, he going right to work. He going to work. He late too. What time is it? He said it the other day. He said, "Man, I'm late." He said that to me. I'm late as fuck. And I said, "Damn." Somebody said, "Well, how many miles you walk?" Because his car is messed up. He said he walked 6 miles. If you walk 6 miles in 90-degree heat with a trench coat on, your mind need to be studied. That's just what it is. Yep, he there now. He gotta go put his vest on and stuff. But Coach Prime is rebuilding and the team is okay though. Unfortunately, you're just gonna have a few players that leave, transfer portal, trying to go chase a bag. Everybody chasing a bag. It's not on Coach Prime. Coach Prime already know that. Remember in the practice, he said, "Which one of y'all hit the transfer portal?" Remember he said that? He already know. And guess what he about to do in the transfer portal? Let's stay tuned. He getting ready to do something in that transfer portal. I don't know what it is. It's something coming in that transfer portal. So, but they already have a running game though. So the running game is fixed. They need a few more offensive linemen. They do got offensive linemen though. They got them there. They should be good in that department because they running the ball. They should be good. Rock is back. Jordan Seaton is back. Kareem Harden is back. They good. They good. I ain't worried about them. And I'm not worried about them on that defensive line, but Life in Football said something earlier that I agree with. Shout out to Colin, Life in Football. That's my boy right there. You know what he said? He said once they get to the point, he said he told Coach Prime this, once you get to the point where you got defensive linemen and offensive linemen going in the first round, your team is solidified. It just take a little bit. He'll get there. This is only his third year. Now, is Coach Prime going to his 10th year or his third year? He going into his third year. Okay? So, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. He a fucking mastermind. I don't know how the fuck he got Kaden Salter and Juju at the same time. That's a bad dude, yo. That's a bad man to do that. And then the Tennessee quarterback wanted to go there. Because Colorado was on the list. Coach Prime got on Twitter and said, "No, we good over here." We good. We good over here. So it is what it is, man. Guys, I'll be back. I'm going to go live like this. This is the only way I'm going to be able to go live because I'm out here on the grind. And I got to travel soon. So that's the only way I'm going to make some content on here is go live like this. And today, the spring game, right? I'll be back later. Because I now have to go watch it. Yeah, I got YouTube TV. I just watch it in my car. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I'll be back and watch Kaden Salter burn people because we already know what he going to do. He going to sit up there and run for a touchdown and burn somebody. And then Coach going to be looking at the defense sideways because, Coach, you have the same dilemma that Frank Beamer had when Michael Vick was there. Go ask Michael Vick what he did to the defense at the Virginia Tech practice. Made him look crazy. And then Michael Vick at his pro day, he ran a 4.3. He ran a low 4.3 at his practice, at his pro day. Oh, it was I think it's Saturday. Guys, when is the spring game, man? Is it today or well? Hold up. Oh my God, I'm getting my dates mixed up. Today is Friday, right? So somebody tell me when the pro day. I mean, damn, when the spring game is. Excuse me. Somebody please tell me what day is the spring game. I thought it was today. Yeah, it's today. Okay, so I'll be back later. Okay, I'll be back later for the mobile command center. I got up my computer, I got everything. I even got my microphone with me. I got everything with me in here. Just in case, because I can't, man. I'm trying to get out of the country, so I got to grind. I'm doing 10-hour days, man. I got to get out of the country, man. I'm going to be vlogging from out of the country real soon. So I'm doing I'm doing it right now. I'm doing all type of hustles, man. I don't give a damn. Everything I could do. But guys, I'll catch y'all later. But remember this: Cash Cleveland, he's hitting the transfer portal. He might be going to UVA, but we're gonna have to see. Carter Stoutmeyer, shout out to him. See, well, here's the thing about Carter Stoutmeyer. He's the father. I feel old as fuck, yo. That's Omar Stoutmeyer's son. I feel so fucking old, yo. He's the son of Omar Stoutmeyer. Omar Stoutmeyer played with Prime. Okay. I'm old, yo. You see that I'm a silverback. I'm old, yo. I just realized that. Yeah, Carter Omar Stoutmeyer. So he's known Prime since he was a kid. So he ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be vlogging in where Ryan? AC. I'm gonna be vlogging in the AC. Oh, you talking about where I'm going, Ryan? Yeah. Or I'll be complaining, guys. I got to come home, man, because I don't lost 50 pounds. It's so goddamn hot out here. A brother don't lost. No, Carter not even 21 yet. But Carter is Carter's a starter now. Now that Shiloh gone, that you know who the safety now is, right? Now that Shiloh is Carter. Carter's the safety. And you know what I like? You know what I like? I like what I'm seeing out of Ben. That one little hit stick Ben did. I like what I'm saying. You see, Ben stayed down. You know what I'm saying? I like what I'm saying. So I'm not worried about them on defense. It's just that Kaden Salter is like Barry Sanders. So, and coach is sitting there watching it like, coach, you got the same thing Frank Beamer did, man. Frank Beamer was mad too. Yeah. Okay, Matt Carter and Ben, right. I like what I'm seeing out of Ben Fenneseff. That's a football player name. Ben Fenneseff. That's like NFL, you know what I'm saying? He got the name already. Ben Fenneseff. That sound like somebody going in the second round. You see what I'm saying? Man, he stayed down, didn't he? He stayed down with him, didn't he? He like, fuck that, I'm staying, coach. Coach like him too. Coach like Ben. You know why? Because he stayed down. You see what I'm saying? So, Mata said he about to lose a little bit of weight. And he said he about to prove to y'all that he can kick it over 50. He can kick it over 50. I don't know why people tripping. He worked out with Morton Anderson. Hold on, before I end this, do y'all know who he used to work out with before he got Morton Anderson? Y'all better I ain't gonna tell y'all. Do your research on Morton Anderson, man. I ain't gonna tell you. Yeah, Carter Stoutmeyer and Ben Fenneseff in the backfield. That just sound dangerous. That sound dangerous because Ben Fenneseff is crazy. I'm just letting y'all know that he's smart, but he's crazy. He is a safety. The safety's got to be cuckoo. Safety's got to be a little bit of, you know what I mean? And he got it. Because Shiloh like that. Shiloh crazy too. That's why I'm telling y'all, Shiloh gonna end up in an NFL team because he crazy. Don't let the niceness fool you. When he put that little helmet on, he crazy. You remember we had to pray that he didn't hit high. Remember that? Remember doing it like, Shiloh, please don't hit the person high because you're gonna get kicked out of the game. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. We used to have to say, we have to cross our fingers like, please hit the even coach used to say, just hit him a little lower. between the numbers, Shiloh. Don't go too high. We just have to cross our fingers, please, because you're gonna get kicked out of the game, son. He's crazy. He's crazy. So he's gonna find himself on a team. He's crazy, and he only gonna get bigger. When he gets to the league, it's something about when players get to the league, they get bigger. Because Travis is getting bigger. And Travis crazy too. He is. They all like that. He's sitting up there catching passes in the pro day with no gloves on. Y'all saw that? No gloves on, man. He's letting the NFL teams know I'm a wide receiver too. What wide receiver is on pro day with no gloves on and didn't drop a ball? Did he drop one? I don't think so. You know, here's the problem. You have a lot of players. You have a lot of people that are deciding these football players' fate that's never played football before. Y'all know that? They working in the front office and they're geeks. This is what you need. You need to have played football as some sort to be a scout. You can't be a scout and you never played football before. Okay? You can't decide somebody's fate. Listen, Shador, he didn't have to do this. He just posted on Instagram. He just posted his stats. Shador, you don't have to do that. Everybody know your stats. We know what you threw for this year. You don't have to put the stats out there. You said Woods ain't found a home yet. Damn. Maybe he's not playing no more. Maybe he's done playing. But I'm telling y'all right now, y'all gonna see something this season. Y'all gonna see something this season because Kaden Salter might fuck around and win the Heisman. If he can run for 1,000, if he can run close to 1,000 and throw for 3,000, those are Heisman numbers. And he definitely can do it. Definitely can do it. And shout out to Juju too, because Juju is up next. And that's it. I'll be back, man, after the spring game. Thank y'all for watching. I'll be back. Peace.